To have.
This
That
is
would
all
be
him.
fun.
This next one.
Dubai.
What about Dubai?
Yeah.
Dubai is creating. So my question is, so Dubai is creating a new crypto hub, and they're also they will also become a regulator. So they're actually going to start accepting cryptocurrencies as a legal tender soon enough. So my question is, how will this affect the U.S. market? If I'm a U.S. investor, does it affect me? The answer would be one, this is going to push Asia further away from the US when it comes to development and adoption of the cryptocurrencies. As if being overtaken by South America is not enough, now we're going to be overtaken by Asia. But on the other hand, America can actually use it as a case study, as a use case. We'll see what happens if there's any regulations that's working, whatever is missing. But that would mean we have to be willing to eventually accept cryptocurrencies. And then on a bigger scale, Europe is already starting to adapt cryptocurrencies, and now Asia is doing it. That means now nothing is going to stop them to bypass the US dollars when they trade. So they can directly trade, and that's going to render
When you
the
say
US
adopt, what do you mean exactly?
they're going to accept cryptocurrencies as a legal tender or as an regulated asset class. So they can use it to trade with each other, which is going to render the US dollar. They're going to bypass the US dollar, and that's inflation. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Question. So the Dubai is creating a new crypto hub. How will this affect the crypto market and US investors?
Overall, I think it's good for the crypto market. For U.S. investors, I think it is. There's two ways that we could go about it. We could keep getting surpassed by other countries in terms of acceptability of crypto as a legal tender and putting out regulations and kind of starting to get in front of the movements that other countries are kind of more moving towards with the adoption of crypto as a use of day-to-day tender. But I think we could utilize it in a good way as a case study, see the faults of other people who have been first comers, and then build off of that. So you could take it in two different ways. But in terms of Asia starting to adopt crypto as well, and also Europe, I think it's going to keep driving the US dollar down as they could now bypass using the US dollar or pegging things to the US dollar for trades and supplies. So I think it could have a negative effect on the US dollar as inflation keeps going up. But it's kind of a 50-50 coin toss right now. I think our best bet is to allow people to kind of be on the forefront of it, and then at this point in time,
What was that?
I have no idea.
Alright, so let's now get people to the forefront of it. Let's now try to get people to the forefront of it.
Yeah, and now I think we should start getting people to the forefront of it and start opening up their minds and to seeing the good of what crypto could do for our society and our country as well.
Try to spin it towards MDM. So if there's any lesson to be learned, is that you need to invest in crypto now, because if there's any growth that's going to happen, it's going to happen to the cryptocurrency industry. So invest now, and the best way to do it, and you can do it two ways.
Before the dollar loses its value?
Yeah. Before the dollar loses its value, or before cryptocurrencies actually make a bull run. And so it's starting to recover. So, and then they can do it two ways. They can do it IRA, and then they can cash trade. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question and you can answer. So then, as an investor, is there anything I should do?
I would say invest as soon as you can, knowing that these changes are coming, these countries are adopting crypto as legal tender. It's going to create make the value go up, right? So, and the US dollar, as Wes said, could lose its value, so might as well convert some of that, in order to hedge against that, to convert that into crypto and take advantage of the fact that it's going to boom. So, you can do that with cash or with an IRA, with My Digital Money, and the IRA of course will give you a lot of tax benefits. So if you're looking to do this in the long run, the IRA is a really good option. And then of course the cash is also a good option if, cause obviously there's limits on how much you can contribute with an IRA.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I'm not giving advice here, but this is a good option to think about, and the information on what's happening in Dubai and Europe and Asia is something to think about.
Alright, okay.
This was 13.